Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to a beautiful Thursday morning. Wherever you are, dear friends, transfer news. What are the latest on the transfer window? It is done. It is almost done. Chelsea is just about to sign or to announce the signing of Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato. Ladies and gentlemen, ballet, easy. Let me tell you what exactly has transpired in the last couple of hours. Last night stroke, early this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we understand Chelsea are very close to agreeing personal terms with Xavi Simons, but the agreement is not done yet. Bayern kept calling. Arsenal are informed. It's still an open story. But Chelsea are progressing very well and are now in direct contact with RB Leipzig. Yes, they are now in direct contact with RB Leipzig. That was last night. The reporter came in last night. That is not just all, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Chelsea will keep pushing for Xavi Simons into Thursday, which is today. Hato, I can tell you that yes, his agreed salary, Hato has already, that's Hato, the defender from Ajax, has agreed salary and contract, but also he's told the Ajax staff he wants to join Chelsea. Hato, the defender, has already agreed on personal terms with Chelsea and had told Ajax that he wants to join Chelsea. Chelsea wants to do business at around 35 million with Ajax. Yeah. They want to pay about 35 million for the defender. But clubs have good relationship. Well, there's no club that doesn't have a good relationship with Chelsea. So it's like we are just about to announce both Xavi Simons and Hato. Yes, Jorrel Hato at the same time. It's very possible. The two announcements are likely to be made together. Ladies and gentlemen, where things have reached right now. More on Jorrel Hato and Chelsea exclusive story. Understand, Hato said yes to Chelsea project and personal terms are already on the verge of being agreed or has agreed. Club-to-club talks underway with Ajax as we speak. So, it is a done deal. Done deal for Chelsea and between Chelsea and Ajax. Done deal between Chelsea and RB Leipzig. But with RB Leipzig, there is something that just popped up this morning. Something popped up this morning. And I want to bring that to your attention. I want to bring that to your attention right now. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, we understand Kane Chukwuemeka has now been raised. Kane Chukwuemeka, Chelsea midfielder Chukwuemeka, that was expected to go to Dortmund. The player wants to go back to Dortmund. He was on loan there last season. And he wants to go back there. But Chelsea want outright sales. Dortmund, once again, wants the player on loan. Now, we understand, in discussing with RB Leipzig about Xavi Simons, RB Leipzig has raised the possibility of getting Kane Chukwuemeka. And two other players were mentioned. Yes, we understand two other players. Kane Chukwuemeka has now been raised in Xavi Simons' talk, but remains keen on return to Dortmund. Leipzig haven't made any contact with Chukwuemeka directly. They've not made any contact with Chukwuemeka directly as of Tuesday. But the latest news we received is that Leipzig actually asked about 3 Chelsea players. They asked about 3 Chelsea players. Now, what I'm not sure who those other 2 players are, but we understand one is Kane Chukwuemeka. They've asked about 3 Chelsea players. We understand one is Kane Chukwuemeka. Who are the other 2? I am not too sure on those ones yet. Yes, it might just end up that Kane will be going to Leipzig, and maybe Chelsea will have to add a little cash. Maybe. But these days, the club, they prefer separate deals because of PSR. Let it be that Chelsea bought this, 55 million or 56 million, and we sold this 30 million. So it goes into our sales account because of PSR. But we wait to see how that deal will be struck, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, the breaking news I have for you is that 2 players might be announced at the same time. Possibly this weekend, between now and Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Thursday. By tomorrow, Friday, we should be getting an exclusive announcement on both players. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Law reported that Chelsea are close to announcing both players. Chelsea are close to announcing both players according to Matt Law. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Now, Matt Law also reports that I still think Chelsea's absolute dream perfect scenario, they'll probably sign Morgan Rogers, and they are definitely still interested in Morgan. But the issue they've got is he is the one player Aston Villa are telling everyone, no, we are not selling him now. We are not selling him. I think it's time they have to ban Chelsea from the transfer market. Why? We understand Chelsea, after signing Hato and Simon, Xavi, we understand Chelsea are not yet done. Chelsea are not yet done. They are still looking at ROGERS and Garnacho. Garnacho's situation is what I simply don't get. Morgan Rogers, yes, he will be a very good and solid addition. But Garnacho, I don't get it. But then, all these players, listen, there is something I want to show you guys here. In the Premier League, the reserve seat is only 9 players in the Premier League. In the Champions League, there are 12 seats for reserve players. Is it 11 or 12? I think. In the Premier League, 9 seats for reserve players. But in the Champions League, it's about 11 or so or 12 players that can sit on a bench in the Champions League. Now, if Chelsea successfully get Simon and what's his name, Hato, what that will mean is that if we don't sell a player like Kenyan Dewsbury Hall, and we have Tariq George, we have George Achampong, if all these players will be sitting on Chelsea's bench, that means that some players will not have a place during Premier League games. Some of our players will be sitting in the crowd. That is what it means. Unless Chelsea is very sure of letting go players like Kenyan Dewsbury Hall, George Achampong, and 2 other players to free space on a bench. Otherwise, my goodness, I think Chelsea, it is enough. Enough, Chelsea, enough. We are buying every prospect, all the under 23 players that are good. Right now, we are threatening other clubs. We are making it difficult for other clubs to buy. Unless Chelsea did not come calling, the players are ready. The moment Chelsea comes, you will see the player jumping. Yes, I'm ready. I am ready. Why? Enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this summer transfer window, this is what we got. This summer transfer window, this is what we got. Dilap, this transfer window, yes. João Pedro, this transfer window. Xavi Gittins, yes. Now we are about to get Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato. How many is that? 1, 2, Dilap, João Pedro, Gittins, Xavi, and Hato. 5. We've gotten 5 solid attackers this summer alone. 5. Yes, Xavi and Hato is a defender actually. So 4 attackers, 1 defender. What else do we need? We rather should be thinking again now. If Chelsea is to tell me they want to sign Maitland from AC Milan, a goalkeeper. Yeah, but by the way, do you realize that throughout the Club World Cup, Sanchez never made a mistake that led to a goal? Yeah, he did not make a single mistake that led to a goal throughout the Club World Cup. Even getting close to the end of the season, it looks like he's improving. I noticed that when you go back and watch his performances, Sanchez has actually improved a little bit. Maybe that is why Chelsea has so much confidence in him going to next season. But hey, quickly, let me go to some other news before we get out of this place. My time is up. My time is up. Yes. What is in the news? Atletico Madrid are pushing ahead with sign of Hato, as financial package is cheaper than what Chelsea requests for Viega. Atletico Madrid are walking away from the deal to sign Chelsea's Renato Viega. I thought by now we should be hearing here we go. But Chelsea are so insistent on the £35 million. And you know all these other clubs in Spain and Italy, anything above 25 million, they'll walk out. We understand Atletico now have 10 towards Hato instead of Viega that we all know they were about to sign. Ladies and gentlemen, so Viega is still back in Chelsea's books. Bayern showed interest earlier on. I'm not too sure they are coming back or not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, quick one. Where is it? Alexander Isak has not traveled with Newcastle for pre-season tour to Singapore. Newcastle sources insist it's down to a tire issue, despite a precautionary scan coming back clear. Ladies and gentlemen, is it yesterday or so few days ago ahead, Isak to the Saudis? I'm like, how? Isak to Saudi Arabia, how? I'll be very much disappointed. Right now, it looks like no other club is coming in for Isak. Liverpool tried it. It didn't work out. But that should not mean the player should just be patient next season. Saudi Arabia. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Benjamin Sesko, RB Leipzig, yes, has actually reduced their asking price for Benjamin Sesko from 100 million euros to 70 million euro. We understand. From 100 million euro to 7 years. RB Leipzig have slashed the asking price for Benjamin Sesko from 100 million euros to 70 million. That should be about 65 million. Finally, since everybody's running away from the player, why won't they slash it? In the beginning, when the transfer window, 100 million, Sesko for 100 million. Now that everybody has run away, well, United is still available. Manchester United still want a striker. They've been eyeing Nicola Jackson is their first choice, but I believe that if they have the opportunity now, they might go for Sesko. Yes, it is true. But let me end this way. Chelsea will offset their spending with over 200 million in sales. Yes, Bayern Munich, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle United, and some clubs in Italy have all registered an interest in Christopher Nkunku. Now, after Hato and Xavi Simons, Chelsea will have to offset at least 200 million in sales before they can attempt to sign more players. Ladies and gentlemen, otherwise our bench will be overcrowded. We might not have enough seats to keep our players on. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it is your breakfast. I'll see you guys in the next one where you see me. Shalom and peace.